I am recording this call so we can put it into the page. Because I know some people said they couldn't make it on, so we'll record our questions and see. Somebody typed in there. Okay. So I'm so excited to be on this call. Like I said, last time I did this, there was just like one other person. So this is awesome. I'm so happy to see all your faces on here. But these calls are going to be just on Monday nights. I should have put that in my post when I posted this morning. Sorry. But these calls are just on Mondays for the 3 weeks that you're in this training. And it'll be one person out of the 2 people that are mentoring you that week that will be hopping on to chat with you. And sorry, I'm muting everyone's lines. All right. Okay. So we're going to just kind of get on here, see what questions you have. It's day 1. You may not have very many questions. So if you don't, then I'll kind of, we'll kind of brainstorm together and make sure that we can still get something out of this time on here. And these won't be very long calls, but just here to help. So if they go long, if there's a ton of questions, I'm here because I would love to stay on here all night and answer questions. That's just what I like to do. So I guess before I get the ball rolling, does anybody have any questions that are like day 1, out the bout, anything they want to chat about? Don't hesitate. Don't be scared. You can even raise your hand and I'll unmute you or unmute yourself and we will get going. There's also a chat section on here. You're going to get really used to Zoom. We will do all of our team calls on here. Whoever your upline coach is, I'm sure they have a team call and you'll be plugged into those. So Zoom will become your best friend. Don't worry. I remember getting on the first time and being like, can they hear me? Can they not hear me? What's going on? Can they see me? So just really familiarize yourself with this. And there's the mute and stop video down in the bottom. There's the chat. Kirsten's already typed in the chat. So you can do that. Okay, well, we'll just see what questions we have. Anybody have anything right now? It's day 1, so you're not supposed to come with 1,000 questions, but if you do, it's always good to. How'd posting go today? Did you like the posting schedule coming up the night before? Because we used to do it the day up. I really like it the night before, but I'm a planner. I like to plan things out. I like to plan my post out. I like to know what I'm doing and all of that kind of stuff. Raise your hand if you've done your coming out post. Not yet? Oh, perfect. Okay, this will be a good topic to talk about then. Let's kind of talk about those. I'm going to use Alex as an example. She's one of my new coaches, and I sent her some like rough draft, different ideas today. I know she's ready to kind of get going on hers. Yeah, it's really just sharing your journey in a nutshell without being like, hey, buy from me, I'm doing Beachbody. Because the whole point of being a Beachbody coach is not to sell anything, not to sound salesy and not to be like one of those other companies that's just like nagging. Like my big thing is I don't put anybody in a group until I've gotten their permission. I normally don't send them price and information and stuff until I've gotten their permission to do so, like to move on into the conversation. I try to dig with them and find their goals, how I can help them, show them how I can help them before I ever say like, what about this package that we've got going on right now? It's called the Spring into Fitness. Because if I just let off with that, they're not really going to be ready to jump on with me. They're going to be like, that girl's just trying to make a sale off of me, just like all of those other people who have been talking to me about different products. So your coming out post, your launch post is the same way. It's just talking to you or talking to your Facebook about you. And if you copy mine, they're going to know you're not talking about yourself. Or if you copy the person in the box next to you, and our Brady Bunch boxes here, they're going to know that, you know, you're not talking about yourself. So make sure you're genuinely talking about your story. But for example, my story, when I came on as Beachbody coach, oh my gosh, I felt miserable. And I literally tried on 15 outfits a day just to walk out of the house in something that I felt like kind of decent in. And it was normally like the same 3 outfits because that's all I had that would fit. So that was kind of my why to start becoming a Beachbody coach, because I was sweating for my wedding. I knew I had weight to lose. And I didn't say this to my Facebook, but I knew I needed to help 3 people right away because I couldn't afford it. I needed to make that money back that I just spent on myself because I was so guilty about spending the money on myself because I don't do that. So I knew that I had to go for it and go all in. But those are things that I didn't say to my Facebook, hey, I'm doing this because I'm broke and I need your help. I said that I was unhappy and I knew I needed to make a change, and I found an awesome community that was going to help me, do this, and kind of use those kind of words instead of being salesy. So does anybody have any questions about your coming out post, what you should do? It's also called your launch post. It's the same thing. Does everybody know what that is? Because I can go into more details. Okay, we got a quiet bunch. All right, who's ready to get off this call and post their coming out post, their launch post? Who's gonna do it tonight? All right, I see some hands. Okay. I'll be sure to give them all some love. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to be really honest with you. Your business doesn't start until that post is launched. Even if you're talking to people behind the scenes, that's great and all, because those are going to be your first customers, people that you have that deep connection with, that you're like, hey girl, like, I'm about to do this. Come on, do it with me. Your family, that's a little different, but your outside world doesn't know that you're a Beachbody coach yet. So until you tell them, they're not going to talk to you. They're not going to be like, sign me up, because they may see that you're doing the 21-day fix and they may go buy it on Amazon because they think it's cheaper. And then they'll say, hey girl, I'm doing that thing that you're doing. And you're like, oh, you want to do it with me? They've already bought it. So you want to be proactive and let them know that they can join you without having this big flashing sign on top of your head that says, join me, join me, join me. You want to leave it with my inbox is open, or I'd love to chat, or it would be awesome if we could motivate each other and do this together, kind of thing. But then from that point on, when that launch post goes out, your business is open, ladies. So it's no more just show up on Thursday, I'll check Facebook again on Sunday kind of thing, unless that's the type of business you're trying to run. And that's between you and your coach and the plan that you have. But if you're ready to go all in and do this, you will want to make sure that your business is open. As in, there's not a day that you don't see me post. And I take days off from this business if I need. If I need a mental day, I will. I still post that day. I still add friends. I can't just take the day off, because I do this when I'm in the car or this or that. There may not be every single day that I sit down at this computer right here and get a full hour of work in. Life happens, but my business is always open, and everybody knows that follows me. They know that they can come to me. I have had people say, I'm doing that thing with you and I bought it off of an infomercial. I'm like, rats. Then I know I need to adjust my post. But our whole point of posting is to let people know our business is open. So tonight, I challenge you to get that launch post out, open your business, let everybody know, shout it from the world that you are excited about this opportunity and know what this opportunity can do for you, and do for them as well. Because the best part of this is we get to help ourselves while we help other people. So it's not just, we put in these hours and everyone else gets the benefit, like my day job. I love teaching. It is very rewarding to me, but the students are what I'm there to benefit. I'm not at school to benefit myself. I don't get a paycheck to get something for myself out of it. I get a paycheck to make sure my children meet their IEP, or they are successful in whatever their goal is. But in this business, I get a paycheck to help myself while I help other people help themselves. Okay, so what questions do we have? I'm going to stop rambling for a quick second, because I could ramble for like hours on here if you don't know me. I have two of my coaches on here who are like, yep. No questions? Oh my God. Okay, well, oh yes. All right, I'm going to unmute you. Jenna.
Yes.
Go ahead, girl.
What kind of, what do you attach to your launch post as far as like a picture or like a quote, or like what's good to attach to that?
Love it. Personally, people need to see your face. So if you put up a quote, or if you put up something from corporate or something like that, they're going to visualize corporate. And if they're going to visualize corporate, why wouldn't they go onto the website and buy it from corporate? Or if you put up a quote, they're going to think that you put up a quote and they're going to like it and they're not going to read your post. So I will also let you know, before Beachbody, I had never posted a selfie. I was completely against it. And if you follow me now, I'm like, look at this sweat bubble coming right on my face right there. Yeah. Here we go again. You know? But that's just what this business has done for me. Confidence inside, you know, erasing anxiety, doing all those type of things for myself. But it doesn't have to be a selfie or workout in a sports brawl or anything like that. It can be, mine was my fiance at the time, my husband now, and my dog and I. One of our engagement pictures that when I looked at, I cringed because I wasn't happy with myself at that time. So I knew that if I posted that picture, my goal was to have a different type of feel when I got my wedding pictures done. And I can say that I did that, but I needed to visualize it. I'm such a visual person, so that could be something for you. I think they want to see your face. That's my opinion, but I would definitely go with a personal picture.
Okay.
Any other questions? Thank you for the question. Okay, so some of you said that you have posted your launch post. How has posting been going since that point? Anybody have questions there? Following the posting schedule, hopefully that will be helpful. For the next 3 weeks, we are going to give you 3 topics a day that you can hit on in posting. So it pretty much tells you what to post about. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to use that, as in if something pops into your head and you're like, I just had this breakthrough moment in my workout, but I can't post about it today because they said I need to post about this. No. Post about what your heart feels, and don't get too scripted on it says you need to, I don't know, one of them's like do a selfie challenge. Okay, if you haven't ever posted a selfie before and you're not ready to do that, do something different. You know, this is your business, and that's the best part about this is you get to do your business. I'm not your boss. You don't have to do what I tell you, but I will guarantee you, if you do what this training says, you can be on the other side of the screen, which is crazy because a year ago, I was on your side of the screen. I was sitting right there freaking out because I had no clue what I was doing. And in 1 year's time, so much of my life has changed because of this business. But I always say it's because I took my first training seriously. Kelsey's my coach, and she put me, we did coach mentorship just a little bit differently a year ago. She ran it by herself, but there were 3 of us that went in there together. And I was convinced that there was some type of like privacy thing in the page where I could only see my own post. I asked her, I was like, why did you do that where I like can't see other people's? She's like, girl, you're the only one posting in it. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, that makes a little more sense. And those people are not with us anymore. They came out of the bank so strong. They were like, boom, Success Club 10 in the first month. And I was like, what? I just want to help 3 people. You know, I want to help 3 people right away. So I did that. But I feel the reason that I stuck with this is because I gave it my all in these 3 weeks of training. So don't be afraid to go all in. If you're a shy, quiet person, believe it or not, I really was. If you are one of those people, don't be intimidated. Just share. Don't think about the other people in this group. Think about how this group is going to help you. You are the sole focus of these 3 weeks. This first week is all about you. It's all about finding personal development and your why and what you're going to do and who your brand is that's coming up and why we commit to a program that's coming up this week too. So do it for yourself. Dig in for 3 weeks, share, push, and don't be scared. And here's the biggest one. Don't do what I did and don't play the comparison game. This is something that has been knocking me down for the longest time, and I've decided there's no time for that. There is no time for the comparison game, because if I'm always comparing, it's going to be like that picture from the Olympics when the one swimmer is looking over and the other one's just head on going. Okay. So I'm not going to spend time looking over here when I can just go this way. Because like I said, I was comparing like, oh, Success Club 10 and I was at Success Club 5. I did what my goal was. My goal was to help 3 people right away. And I did that. I only coached for half a month and I still did it. But I was still sitting there thinking, that other new coach, she got 10. I must be awful at this. A year and a half later, I'm sitting right here. So don't play the comparison game, but set goals and go get them. Okay. Because if you sit back and say, I'm new and I don't really know, I haven't completed a program yet, I don't have a transformation, or I have a transformation, but I'm a little too intimidated still to share it, things are going to walk over you when you could push through and make leaps and bounds for yourself. So get motivated, set a goal, and crush it in this 3 weeks that we're in here. Okay? All right. What other questions? Anybody else have a question for me? No? All right.
There's a question in the
oh, thank you.
Box.
Yeah. Okay, it says, I've noticed that a lot of top coaches' posts are full of good content and they get a lot of attention. I feel like my posts are super lengthy. Okay. I wouldn't say great posts just come with time. I will say that, oh my goodness, a year ago, my posts were not what my posts are now, but I hope a year from now, my posts are not what my posts are now. I've not mastered posting at all. Sometimes a long post is awesome because I like to get my thoughts out there, but sometimes I also feel going live on my page, I can do shorter posts and go live for 5 minutes and get all of that one big long post out too. So it's totally what works for you and what works for your Facebook and your followers and the people that you're catching the attention to. We'll work on brand this week too. And when you feel out your brand, you will know what kind of post you're going to catch your brand with. For an example, I did a post, I run a like page, and I did a post with a picture on my like page probably like 6 months back, and I got like 3 likes and no friend request, and it cost me like $20 and I canceled it. I've been running another one for 3 months now. It has like 100 likes. I think I've gotten like 300 new friends, but it's a video, and something clicked. I also went through a little training and that helped me. Kelsey pretty much told me how to do it. So over time, you're going to find what clicks and what happens. I'm going to let you know, I have posts on my Facebook wall that have 0 likes today, a year and a half into the business. And then sometimes I will randomly put up a picture of my husband and I or my dog, and it gets like 150 likes. And I'm like, why can't I get 150 likes on my workout selfie? But I'm still attracting my tribe because it's okay. Kirsten said sometimes her only likes are me and her coach Jamie. So that's okay. That'll happen. Just keep trying and you will get it figured out. It's not going to be one of those things that overnight you're just like, I'm a master at posting, because I'm still not. But you're right. Sometimes the long posts really get really good content, but sometimes my long posts just become me doing a word vomit on Facebook because I'm so excited about a topic. But by the time I get to the bottom, there's no way people are still reading what I've put up there. So I have to work on that. I also really, really, really stress, which I think you'll get this as the time goes on, but having a success partner. So my success partner and I, we actually are now a trio, I can't talk. And we send each other our posts most days in our group message before we actually post them on social media. And we're like, are we sounding crazy? Or do you get what I'm trying to say here? And we bounce back and ideas back and forth all the time. So get a success partner and go from that. So you're like, what is a success partner? Not just another person in this business that you think wants to move at the level you do. So if you're ready to run a business, find somebody who's ready to run a business. If you're somebody just testing the waters, find somebody testing the waters, test them together, and then run the business. You will figure it out. But go to your upline coach, and everybody raise your hand if you know who your upline coach is. Okay. Got that? Okay, that's the term everyone's got. All right. So go to your upline coach and ask them about how do you get a success partner. They'll probably be like, okay, yeah, this is great. So get a success partner, talk to new people in the business. It doesn't even have to be somebody brand new. Sometimes people who have been doing this for a couple months still need a success partner. So get in and talk to people, and it just kind of gives you somebody to talk to. You'll still be able to talk to your coach, of course, too. But it gives you that extra person to talk to. I have never met either of my success partners in person. So crazy. So crazy to me. And we are like best friends and we talk every day. Sometimes more than quicker than I can reply. The other day I came back and there's like 23 messages. I was like, I'm so popular, but it's just this one, this one group. So find those people to connect with, because community in this is what is going to drive you for sure. So before I keep rambling like I normally do, does anybody else have a question? Oh, I already answered that one. You can type them in the comments if you don't want to unmute, or I can unmute you. Okay, well, just one more time, I'm going to stress to you, you are going to get out of this training what you put into this training. So if you take the 5 minutes a day to reply back to the comment or the thing that we have posted for the day, that's all it takes, ladies. Believe in yourself, even if right now you're like, no, I don't. Because remember, like I said, a year ago, I was sitting right there and I didn't believe in myself at all. Believe in yourself, make it happen. Set those goals and go crush them, okay? This week, you know, if you need anything, reach out to Kelsey and I. You're so welcome. I love this. I love being on this side of the table and being able to help you guys grow a business, because I was just there. I'm just going to say it like 30 times. It's still so surreal to me that I'm sitting over here. So just know that you can do it too, okay? I recorded this, so I will upload it to YouTube and put it in the team page. So if you want to go back and watch anything, or if you missed a little bit of the call, I will post it in there so you can see it. So thank you guys so much. The fact that there's so many of you on here just makes me so happy. Keep it this way. Get on every call for the next 3 weeks. Make that your goal, because each person is going to bring something a little different to these calls. So, all right, everybody, have a great night. Bye.